Good morning, Taney County. It's 8:30 a.m., Friday, July 10th. Time for your morning news break, brought to you by Forsyth Headline News on KRBC Community Radio. The Missouri Highway Patrol canceled an Amber Alert for two kids reported missing from McDonald County. The cancellation happened just after 12:30 a.m. on Friday. The patrol says they found the two children safe in Miami, Oklahoma. A suspect is in custody. Today in weather, we will see partially sunny skies and temperatures getting into the low 90s as the day goes on, with heat indexes climbing into the mid-90s. Your COVID-19 update is provided by the Taney County Health Department. The Taney County Health Department is reporting 112 cases of COVID-19. There have been 3 deaths, 48 recovered, and 60 active cases out of 4,143 residents tested. In local news today, please be aware that Branson Landing Boulevard will be closed. Both northbound lanes of Branson Landing Boulevard from Long Street to the Bass Pro Shops will be closed beginning at 6 a.m. through 10 a.m. today for flagpole and sign repairs. Traffic delays are expected in this area. Motorists are encouraged to use an alternate route if possible. Please be aware of signage, traffic cones, and work crews in the marked work zone. As a reminder, please remember that masks are required to enter all government buildings in Branson and Forsyth. Today in Missouri news, state officials say about $125 million in CARES Act funding is going towards Missouri's workforce development and higher education initiatives. A state press release says the funds will be used to reimburse public institutions for costs associated with preparing to return to in-person instruction and campus life this fall. Another $23.6 million is going towards supporting online learning and academic facilities with higher education schools, among other things. Your business news, Bloomberg reported that Wells Fargo plans to cut thousands of jobs later this year, citing people familiar with confidential talks. The Dow declined 1.4% to 25,706. The S&P fell 0.6% to 3,152. And the small cap Russell 2000 was walloped for a 2% loss to 1,398. However, the Nasdaq grinded out yet another win, up 0.5% to a record high 10,547. The tech-heavy composite received help from names such as Amazon and Advanced Micro Devices, as well as Costco, which climbed after reporting a massive 11.5% jump in June compared store sales. In national news, as lawmakers prepare to pass the next round of economic stimulus legislation at the end of this month, congressional Republicans and Trump administration are considering proposals to drop the eligibility income threshold on the next round of stimulus checks, according to a report from the Washington Post. Under the first round of direct payments, Americans making less than $75,000 were eligible for a $1,200 check. That figure was phased out gradually for individuals with incomes levels up to $99,000. The talks came as GOP lawmakers face increasing pressure to both limit government spending on the next package and prepare for the potential for more economic damage as the coronavirus cases spike across the country. New restrictions that are accompanying the resurgence of the virus, like a second wave of business shutdowns, have already caused damage in the hardest hit states, analysts from Goldman Sachs said on Saturday. Lawmakers will have just 11 days in July to pass legislation before they depart again for the August recess. If they are unsuccessful, some critical provisions of the CARES Act, like the extra $600 per week in unemployment benefits and the PPP program, will expire with nothing lined up to replace them. In sports, the Big Ten on Thursday announced it will go to a conference-only season for all fall sports, including football, amid unprecedented times during the coronavirus pandemic. We are facing uncertain and unprecedented times, and the health, safety, and wellness of our student athletes, coaches, game officials, and others associated with our sports programs and campuses remain our number one priority, the Big Ten said in a statement. By limiting competition to other Big Ten institutions, the conference will have the greatest flexibility to adjust its own operations throughout the season and make quick decisions in real time based on most current evolving medical advice and the fluid nature of the pandemic. Next week on Forsyth Headline News on KRBC Community Radio, we'll be hosting our Minute with the Mayor series, live Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, featuring Rex Wood, Mayor of Rockaway, Rusty Alt, Mayor of Marion Woods, and Kelly Doherty of Forsyth. And on Thursday, we will be starting a new series called Minute with the Candidates. Next Thursday's first candidate for the elections will be Shane Keys, who is running for sheriff. This has been your morning headline news with Forsyth Headline News on KRBC Community Radio.